things wet. Wanna kick with the gang, you gotta bang it. If you go down white zone, gotta swing it. Hoes in a wall, I cannot hang it.
Go. Three main bitches thinking they my main bitch. 21.
Nigga, wait till we were live.
Make sure it's hearing the both of us.
Potato head ass. This is weird. I'd rather not wear any because like I'm only hearing from one side.
Well, just make sure that you're hearing my voice right now.
Can you not wear any or do I have
just make sure and then you can remove it. Can you hear me right now?
Yeah.
Can you speak and then see whether you're hearing yourself?
I hear myself, yeah.
Okay, just remove it then. Just let's make sure to not that we don't talk into we don't run into each other's sentences, right?
Make sure we do run into each other.
We don't.
Oh, good.
Okay.
So what?
You're listening to the WIT 88.9 FM. This is a podcast, episode 3.
3.
How are you?
Who, me?
I'm Sid. How are you?
I'm King.
And his Prince, and we're working on an app called SeekNow, and this podcast is dedicated to us talking about not only the app, but also our life at school. How are you? How's your week?
I got my week.
Mm-hmm.
The week just started. I think we should actually talk about last week.
Yeah. How was last week for you?
It was pretty chill.
Really?
Yeah, because my midterms are weird because I have like a midterm each week. So I don't have everything. Like I have a midterm next week. I have a midterm the week after. I had a midterm today. I had a midterm last week. So my midterms are I like it because I have one midterm a week, and it's chill. So I only have to focus on one subject. But I have labs and shit. Do this. I have so much shit to do this week because I have labs due this weekend. Labs due early next week. And labs is taking up more of my time than midterms.
Damn. I thought that everyone was going through the same week, but I was going through last week. After last week, during the weekend, I burnt out.
Really?
And I slept 10 hours yesterday. I went to bed at 7 a.m. I woke up at 5 p.m. I was so tired, yeah. I had a midterm. I had 2 midterms last week, so that's why. Anyway.
How was your week? Oh, you already said it.
Yeah, I just slept during the weekend, and I was working on the UI, UX, on homework, on stuff. It was kind of tiring, but I'm glad that I got some rest. Let's talk about what happened at school this week. We had a few celebrities on campus this week.
A few? Beside me?
Besides you, yeah. There was Kanye West giving 2 lectures, one yesterday in the new building and one for the architects today.
Wait, what was he actually doing here? Do you know?
He was talking about some political stuff to change America, and he stood on a table while giving a rant or something, and some students filmed it, and everyone was just posting about it on the stories without actually giving out what the lecture was about. Which sucks because Kanye is all about spreading the love and spreading the knowledge, but apparently not the students at IIT.
Somebody told me that he was trying to make a city or something. He was moving down here. He was trying to make a new city.
Really? That's why he was in Crown Hall, because Crown Hall is for the architects. So maybe he's talking to them about his dumbass ideas. That's he's probably gonna implement, and it's gonna make sense in 10 years. But now we're all gonna call it a dumbass idea.
Hey,
that's Kanye for you.
Kanye reminds me of Elon Musk.
Yeah, exactly.
Right?
Yeah.
They're so.
Everyone's
that's why they're so successful though, because they're really big ass.
Yeah, everyone's Kanye's dumb. Kanye is just hit in the head. Kanye's been weird since his mom passed away. But then when he executes so well.
Yeah.
He has the money for it. So his crazy ideas actually come to reality.
I was thinking to build a city. Where? A city inside of Chicago?
He transforms Schaumburg into a city, He expands Chicago or something.
True.
Makes it Yeezity.
Yeezity.
Yeezity or something.
Oh yeah, he was also somebody else told me he was planning to make like making another Adidas store here.
Adidas store?
Yeah.
But there's so many.
Maybe, or is it a factory? I don't know.
Oh, a factory. That make more sense. But a
Wait, are
factory in this.
Yeezys? I don't know much about shoes, but are Yeezys Adidas?
I know that Nike dropped him, and then Adidas picked him up, so that's why he's so faithful to them.
Nike's dropping. Why?
Nike dropped him because
Is that what he said?
No, they just allowed him to make one shoe,
Yeah.
and he wanted to make 3.
Oh.
So they were like, no, we can't allow you because we don't have the resources to allocate to you. So then he called out Phil Knight, the founder of Nike. He called him out saying that Phil Knight just doesn't see a visionary into Kanye, and then we just dropped him. And it was kind of a mistake that they dropped him though, because now...
What a guy, so much money.
Yeah, Yeezy is $1 billion company now.
Right.
Billion. Yeah. Just selling shoes, clothes. I mean, the prices are expensive, so...
Yeah.
Also, there was the Chicago Marathon, which brings the second celebrity on campus, Kevin Hart.
Kevin Hart was on campus?
He was running through the streets, like
Really?
because of a marathon. Yeah, the marathon.
You
goes
saw
through
him?
this- No, but there were a few videos on the Illinois Tech student community.
Why does every good thing happen the weekend I go home?
Well,
I went home this week.
it's just Kevin Hart running. Would you be interested in Kevin Hart running? To see him? See? Would you be? Do you like Kevin Hart?
Dude,
Oh,
this
you
should
like-
probably be funny. That nigga's funny.
He was just running with his headphones on.
Dude, that guy's funny. He probably runs like a chicken. I don't know. That guy's funny as
No,
hell.
he was actually running to raise money for kids to go to college, which is a pretty good cause.
So he ran like the whole marathon? or
yeah,
just-
of course. I mean, he's a runner. He's a beast. So
Oh, he is?
yeah. Oh, you don't follow him on social?
No.
He runs a lot. He has a lot of Nike deals where they support his running stuff. Where if he says that if he runs X amount of miles, they give him X amount of money. So yeah, he's good like that. Last week we had a technical issue, and I had to host the podcast alone this Sunday. Was it Sunday or Saturday? Did you even watch it? The one that I hosted alone? Do you know I didn't run alone? Of course
No,
you don't.
I think you edited it. I think you edited it.
I did. I edited the one from last week.
Yeah.
Oh, it was just too trash. That's why I brought a new mic so that it could. If this mic fails, this one's gonna catch up the sound. So.
So you did a whole new podcast?
Yeah. Well, I just talked about what we talked about on Tuesday. It got so many listens. But it got like 25 listens on
Sunday?
I think it was Sunday. Yeah, Sunday or Saturday. I woke up early and then I checked up the list and no one was at their stations. I was like, might as well just do it. And then I went to bed and I woke up like 5 hours later. I was so tired. I was falling asleep on the podcast. So that's why I need you. I need you here.
You should have just skipped it.
I wanted to skip it, but I was like, we have only a few weeks before releasing the app. So I cannot afford to lose 1 week. And I was thinking about having 2 shows per week so that one show would be with you and one show would be with another guest. So that if you can't make it, then the other guest would be here.
Like who?
So random people from school.
What you talk about, like random stuff?
Yeah, random stuff. Like I'm gonna say, let's say I'm bringing Byron. I know Byron, so I'm just gonna talk about random stuff with Byron. I'm gonna bring Iris. There's so many things I can talk about with Iris. I can bring Danisha, Michael. I can bring a few people that I don't even know, just to get the conversation going. You know, that's my plan. Just to make more podcasts, so that we don't only have 4 before the app is released. I mean, yeah.
I feel you.
We'll see. Yeah, I didn't want to share the podcast, but I recorded on.
I didn't know you made a new podcast. Because you told me you were just going to like edit it and try to like amplify the sound. So I thought that's what you did. But
But it was
now
my-
that I know you made a new podcast, I'll go watch it later. What did this guy say about me?
No, but but I didn't share it that much. That's why you don't know about it. However, it got like 25 listens on the app, but I share it because I boosted it on Facebook because Facebook gave me $10 in free credits to boost the post. I was like, sure, let's boost it, and I targeted IIT students.
Did it work?
Yeah, it's getting a lot of clicks. I shared it on Reddit also. It's working. But we'll see. I'm gonna put some ads about the podcast this week on campus. What do you think about that?
About the podcast?
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
Do you know what I'm gonna do?
what?
I'm going to put available on Spotify, on Apple Music, because no posters on campus have those logos.
What do you mean?
Like, you know how some posters have the logos of Spotify, Apple Music, like those official big streaming websites.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm just gonna put those logos down and be like, and then people are gonna wonder, really? A WIT show on Spotify? What's up with that? And then you're gonna check it out. We'll see how that works for.
Where are you gonna print the posters?
There's a printer in Perstein Hall. Perstein Hall is just a building on our campus, and in the basement we have a whole printing office services. You know about that?
No, what the fuck?
It charges 80 cents per print.
I did not know that because I wanted to print stuff too, but I didn't know what to print, so I just printed like normal piece of paper.
Oh no! This is like glossy.
Like cardboard?
No, you can print anything because the whole the booklets that they print about WIT about Illinois Tech for the
Magazine?
Yeah, the magazine. That's where we print it. They print everything. They bind everything. They print posters. If you want like huge posters, you can print at the post office. That's $18 per poster. I learned all of this through WIT when I was working here.
Dude, why does IIT not tell anyone about their resources?
Yeah, I know, right?
What the hell?
I know, but they tell it to people that work in organizations. But still, though, a lot of people want to know about those things.
Did you know that you could check out portable Wi-Fi from the library and use it?
No, Iris told me that.
I think I told Iris that. Oh yeah, I told Iris that, and then she uses it now all the time.
Anyway, what are the progresses on SeekNow?
I worked on it a lot actually this weekend. I redesigned I made it more iOS-y, I guess.
What's what?
Like more iOS.
Oh, okay. In terms of design?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Because I guess more people like it.
Define iOS for people that don't know, because we have this lingo where we say this looks like an Android app, this looks like an iOS app, but some people don't know the difference.
Yeah. So like, and well, to me, iOS apps are like more like white and like very simple looking, and like cleaner. And Android apps are like colorful and like kind of like childish.
Yeah, and our friend Iris, she told us that the first time because she said that she preferred iOS apps to Android apps because apps on iPhones look better than apps on Android phones, which I don't know what she's really talking about, but I guess she kind of has a point because most iPhone users, we don't like how Android phones and Android apps look. So there must be something, so that's why every time we try to design something, we try to design something the iOS way.
Yeah, like something really simple would be like when you go from one page to the other. And Android, at least most apps on Android, when you transition from like page 1 to page 2, it slides up from the top, from the bottom, right? But iOS just left or right.
Yeah.
So I made it like left and right. You know what I mean? And
to give that premium look.
Yeah, I can show you afterwards.
Sure.
Yeah. It's pretty good. I worked on like connecting like the web scraping data that I did last week to like.
I did see that. That was interesting.
It looks better now because I updated it even more.
Yeah. Okay. I wanted to ask you something. Are there things right now that you're not satisfied with the app that we're gonna release next month?
What do you mean?
Are there things that you look at the app and you're like, maybe I'm not satisfied with that, but I'm gonna update it for next semester?
I mean, yeah, there's a lot of things. Like, there are things that I'm sure that I won't be able to complete by November.
Yeah.
And yeah, we'll have to wait till like next year. And there's also something that I want to work on, like as I told you about. The assistant that I'm trying to hopefully will release. But I feel like this winter break should be like this kind of like testing right now, like in the finals week, and this winter break should be like afterwards Tinder should be like a more productionist
Yeah,
app.
just make corrections what we get from the feedback,
Right.
and also in general, correct everything in general.
Basically.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like add more features. Animations, yeah, animations. I really wish I had time to like put animations, but right now I don't have the time to like.
Yeah.
Because animations, that's pretty hard.
Yeah, that's why I'm going to seize the winter break. I'm actually going to Morocco for 1 week during winter break. So once I'm back, I'm gonna like focus 100%, 110% on SeekNow.
Oh, okay. So you're going to Morocco?
Yeah, with my sister.
Oh, nice.
I'm gonna meet her. You sent me something this weekend about Tinder. Apparently, Tinder is going to.
What did I send you about Tinder? Oh, Tinder University.
Tinder is going to be our competitor now. Are we already?
Not really though, because they're more like less of sex, and this is
Yeah.
like less study.
Well, if you live under a rock and you don't know what Tinder is, please explain what Tinder is.
Tinder is an app that is seen as a as a hookup app, but they don't advertise the hookup app. They advertise more as a social meetup dating app.
Mm-hmm.
But everyone knows that if you're trying to get down, you go on Tinder.
Everyone knows that if you want to get laid, you use Tinder, you use all those dating apps, and Tinder was one of the first companies in the online dating game to change the game.
Yeah, they did it efficiently.
Yeah.
I mean, not efficiently, but like more user friendly.
More user friendly, and also just for hookups mainly. I mean,
it was easier because like in other dating apps, you would have to like input like your personality and shit like that, and then like to use that, you actually have to be real about finding like a partner.
Mm-hmm.
But with Tinder, you literally just log in with Facebook, upload a couple of pictures, and start swiping.
And then put a funny bio.
It's based on
And then put a funny bio for it.
You don't even need a bio. I mean, if you want.
Mm-hmm.
And like you just start swiping, and then you hope to match with somebody, and it's all based on looks, right?
That's interesting. I've never used Tinder. No.
Oh yeah, me neither.
Yeah, so Tinder, usually they try to innovate new ideas with their app. I know that in 2016, when I was doing a case study on Tinder for a class that I had, they were doing something called Tinder Friends, I think. So what you would do was that you would go on the app, and the app was split into two. So the left part of the app would be the hookup part, where you would meet people that you want to sleep with, but the right part of it would be the friends part, where you would create groups
and go out together.
Yeah, and then you'll set like locations to where you want to go, what's your plan for the night, and then people are just gonna join and you're gonna hang out together with those people. But that didn't work.
I wonder why. That sounds pretty fun.
That sounds pretty fun.
Not that I used it, but a friend of mine used it.
Sure.
And then I guess the reason why that friend then I used it was because he didn't really understand how it works.
Okay.
Like it was confusing for him.
Was the concept
But then again, he was, like, in high school.
or was the way the
Like just what the fuck the purpose of it was. You know what I mean?
See.
Like he thought that you were probably like, no, we'll have to like, you have to like invite friends and stuff. Like, wait, what? You know, he didn't know it was like random.
Okay. So
His name is James.
Sure. So would James say that it was poorly executed, or would James say that
James would say it was poorly advertised.
Poorly advertised?
Poorly advertised, not necessarily executed. I mean, like, I'm sure the algorithm works.
Yeah.
But like,
because those guys have good developers, right?
I don't know.
Isn't the website very
James
clean?
has an Android, a Pixel 2. and like
Sure.
it's not. It's pretty laggy on Android, but I think like it's pretty fast on iPhones.
Oh, really?
They probably optimized it more for iPhones, like every company does.
So now James Prince sent me an update
James.
during the weekend where Tinder wrote a blog post about Tinder releasing a feature called TinderU. TinderU basically does what we want to do. So they'll try to match you with people from your college. If your college is a 4-year, if your college is a 4-year college,
A 4-year college that is taught in a traditional way.
exactly, yeah. They are going to implement that in colleges so that you can match up with other people and study with other people.
Not okay. It's like it's kind of like everything you need to do socially. So like it's like you need a date, we got you. You want to find a study partner, we got you. You want to do this, we got you. Stuff like that. So like it's kind of like a socially thing, right?
How do you feel about that? There's someone here. You don't see him. Let me show him briefly. Say hi. Okay. How do you feel about TinderU? Would you use it? Do you use Tinder now?
You know what?
You have a girlfriend?
And soccer has a goalie. That's
No, okay. Would you download Tinder if TinderU was a thing on campus? No, TinderU. Tinder. Did you listen to what TinderU is?
Here, I'll read their promotion. It's funny. Yeah, but keep talking while I pull it up.
Do you want to come on this side? Just you're using mic.
Let's go to the university too.
Yeah, you're talking on this mic, the one with the lights.
It's like
Just put it close to you.
on the clear.
Got you. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, go ahead.
Like, get ready for the best semester of your life. TinderU is a new feature that makes it easier to connect with other students around you, putting their profiles first as you swipe. Need a study buddy? Not a problem. Coffee date on the quad? We've got you covered. Freshman year and you don't know a soul? This is your ticket to the coolest crowd on campus. So it's basically like you still swipe normally, but you happen to swipe with people in your school.
For college students.
Yeah, and like I don't see how different it is from what they have now, because now you just swipe.
I guess
people around you.
I guess for college students, it's more close proximity. So you see this person.
I mean, like here you like even in the current Tinder, like the Tinder without TinderU, you could like set your proximity. You could be like, oh, like 1 mile away, 2 mile away.
Mm-hmm.
So like if you're reading in college, you're naturally gonna get match with people.
But then think about it. It's not 1 mile away anymore. It
I know,
could
but
be
like
500 feet away.
Well, isn't there a stigma with Tinder though? Like, will people download Tinder just for that feature? Like, let's say you're in a relationship already, and your girl sees Tinder on your phone, and you're like, oh no, I'm using this just for TinderU.
Right, that's probably
Will your girl be comfortable with you having Tinder on your phone because of TinderU?
No, because Tinder is
Tinder.
like
Regardless of the features,
you can't put a note like I'm only using this for studying.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
like you might have an intention of studying, and the person you match with might have a whole different.
Yeah, well, but let's not just bash the idea. We're just bashing the idea because we're competing with us right now. Let's try to bring something positive. By the way, what's your name?
David.
Where are you from?
Ghana.
Ghana. What's your major?
Computer science.
How's
What
the rice
year are
over
you?
there?
Second year. sophomore.
Second year, awesome.
How's the rice?
How's the rice? We don't talk about it.
Anyway,
It's the best.
so let's try to come up with a few positive points. Tinder already has a good user base. Like a lot of people on campus, including Jamie, they use Tinder.
Jamie.
Who's Jamie?
You mean James?
James, I'm sorry. Right, James. I forgot.
I don't know him, by the way.
Yeah.
Whoever that is.
Yeah, a lot of people on campus, they already use Tinder. So we already have that thing where people are going to download the app. People are going to see an update on the app. So they're going to probably use it.
Very true.
But I have so many questions because Tinder has the stigma of sex or hookups or finding people, or some people, they just don't use Tinder. They use what do we use? What are the other apps?
Match, OkCupid.
eHarmony.
Some people know a lot of things, yeah.
Christian.
Yeah.
Some people know their apps.
Some people know
I watch a lot of commercials.
blackpeoplemate.com. But I feel like I feel like Tinder would be more successful, or at least like what they're trying to implement, if they had like a whole separate like part of the app, like part of the screen that is just for different sections, like studying.
But
But
then,
they don't have that. They mix everything together.
so you're saying that, but then it'll still be housed in Tinder.
Like studying, date, like studying and date, right?
So
And like
you're-
social, and just completely social.
Why
Just-
didn't they make a
A
separate,
separate
app?
app.
Why didn't they make a separate app with a different name under the same company,
Under
but
the
just
same
remove the whole Tinder thing from it? Because the
You know what's
Tinder,
funny?
What do you think about when you hear Tinder? The
Tinder?
first thing that comes
Hookups?
exactly.
now you hear
Hookups.
TinderU. What do you hear? Hookups at
Oh.
university?
A big college orgy.
You know what? I'm very skeptical about it, but I also know that the people that run Tinder, they're very smart, because for them to come up with a concept of swiping, which really changed the whole game.
Yeah. Every dating app now is swiping.
Yeah, the whole
Yeah.
swiping thing just changed the whole dating culture, because it was so much easier just to swipe left or swipe right. So I'm just impatient to see how they execute, and I'm also impatient to see how we're gonna stand up against them, because we focus on education. We don't focus on hookups.
Do you want to focus on?
No.
But like,
But then what is stopping people from making Seek Now a new Tinder?
Yeah, no,
They can.
They can, but if you're going to use Seek Now to make
I mean,
a group and then say that the group is an OG group, and then you're gonna have your friends come over, or have people from your class come over or
Yikes.
something, that's your deal. We don't deal with
That's
that.
very true.
Yeah.
I would join. No, it's fine. But
I remember when we were first talking about the idea in my room. Remember, we did talk about that.
Yeah, we did.
What are the different ways that people might use the idea other than what we intended it to be for? But at the end of the day, it just depends on people, and we are just trying to provide a solution to a problem that we see. And if you're trying to use a screwdriver for another purpose other than screwing,
That's your problem.
yeah, that's your problem.
you were talking about like why didn't they make another app like Tinder?
Yeah.
One of the people that used to work on Tinder, I forget her name. She's a girl, and like she left and she started like her own company, and it's called Bumble. Have you heard of that?
Oh yeah, I know Bumble.
Yeah.
What's different? What's different
What's
between
Bumble?
Tinder and Bumble? I have no idea. I know people have used Bumble. I know some YouTubers
Supposedly,
use Bumble.
Bumble was the second, after Tinder, of course, the second most popular dating app among millennials. And like, basically, it just gives girls power because girls are the only people that can message first. Guys
wow.
cannot message girls.
That's so convenient. I would be so down with that.
Yeah, guys cannot message girls, and like they have like different sections. They have
but
Bumble.
I'm pretty sure the girls would be like, hey,
Dude, so many
just
girls
so that
just
you
like,
would
hey.
start the conversation at the end of
Yeah.
the day. So I mean, girl getting the
But
power.
at least they're not getting like
that's an interesting
spammed all the
concept.
time because like on Tinder, girls are always getting spammed. And, like,
yeah,
at least they're not
that's a
getting
very
spammed.
interesting concept because then most dating apps or whatever,
Right.
dudes usually message first, and
Do we have to?
they don't have to.
They don't have to. But like, it's very few times where James has gotten a girl to message first. But most of the time, he has to be the one to initiate
it'll be
it.
very uncommon for guys to receive a message first. But that's smart. Bumble, that's really smart.
And they have like,
Because then if she's genuinely interested,
right.
like it's not a waste of her time.
Well, how can you make your profile enticing enough for the person to message first?
Right.
Mm.
And like,
I mean,
they
girls
have
are
two
not
different
impressed by
things.
anything. Girls don't care about six packs. Girls don't care about.
Girls care about six pack.
Yeah, they do care. But
Hey, I got a 1-pack.
Shit.
I feel
Hey,
like-
at least you have a pack.
One big pack.
One big pack.
anyway,
I feel
A fat one?
yeah. Has James used Bumble?
Yeah. But yeah, Jim has used Bumble. But the cool thing about Bumble is that like there's like 3 different parts. You have like Bumble Meet, Bumble Social, and like Bumble like Professional. So
What's the
you can have friends, date, and be professional.
What's the difference between all of them?
So like professional is like networking and like finding jobs and shit.
Mhm.
Meet is like dating. I mean, yeah, dating is like dating.
Wait, finding jobs?
Yeah, so it's kind of like a LinkedIn.
What?
It's so funny.
Wait, do people actually use it to get jobs?
I don't know. I don't know if it's finding jobs, but like professional, like
I guess networking.
it's like networking. And it's like
in
it's just
what
like
context, though?
there's like Bumble BFF too to find best friends. There's like 2 different sections.
In the same app, though?
The same app.
That's confusing. That's interesting. Yeah,
Then this is the same as what we were talking about with TinderU.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
oh, right.
and
But
But for Bumble, it's working.
exactly. That's how is it working?
I guess because Bumble's new, it implemented all the. Did it do it all at once it launched, or it
Yeah,
came after?
I think it did it once at lunch.
Once it launched.
Oh,
so,
really?
So Tinder has.
Because-
that's very aggressive, though.
Because no, the person who started Bumble used to work at Tinder, and she left Tinder to make Bumble.
So
Maybe
so-
she proposed an idea, and they were like, "No, that's bad."
I listened to her podcast last spring. I forgot her name, but I think she was like being harassed or something.
Mm.
And that's
Harassed
why
by who?
And I think she was like depressed. Like the Tinder people.
No, harass in what way? In a way where
I
we're
don't know.
gonna fire you,
I
harass
think-
sexually, because Tinder is
Not
such a sexual
maybe she
environment,
was-
but I don't know.
Not sexually, but like kind of like. I mean, they may have been discriminating her because of her gender or something, or maybe something that she did, or like a mistake that she did, or something like that, and she left.
Or maybe she proposed something and
Yeah, maybe she proposed something. They're like, "Fuck that."
yeah. But I was reiterating back to Bumble professional, whatever. The only reason I think it's working because it doesn't have that stigma Tinder
Tinder has.
had before it's trying to do this. Tinder became the hookup app. Bumble is new with professional capabilities and networking capabilities, so it makes sense that will work more than Tinder's.
Interesting. What do you think about apps that are released and they come up with a bunch of features at release date? Do you feel comfortable with that? I feel very uncomfortable with LinkedIn personally because it has so many things. I feel overwhelmed.
That's one of the reasons why I don't go on LinkedIn because
I like LinkedIn for its features, but it feels
So
cluttered. to me.
yeah,
Cluttered.
It feels so cluttered.
and like there's
Cluttered
like
to me.
you have to use it because that's like the only option. Mostly.
I wanna download Bumble just to see why it's so. No, trust me, I don't care about dating right now. But seriously, I just want to see how can someone release an app and it is so cluttered at release date.
It's not. It's simple. It's like
it's simple?
It's like 3 different. You open up. You can either go to date, meet, or BFFs, and then you just start swiping left and right.
Have you ever tried the BFF feature?
Have James ever tried the BFF?
I'm sorry, James. Sure.
I've tried it just to see how I mean James has tried it just to see how it will work,
James.
and he swiped left on everyone.
Yeah.
But I just want to see how it worked. Like it was interesting. I was like, what the fuck? And
James was like,
James was like, what the fuck? And then and then he just like kept swiping left. There's like they show you more boys than girls on the BFFs one. They see like one girl out of like every 10 guys.
do they show you boys because you're a guy?
I guess.
Oh, okay. Because I was thinking maybe guys would want to act as wanting to be best friends, but then they want to hook up. So that's why there's so many guys and not that many girls.
No, I guess it's because you're a guy.
But remember how a few years before Tinder came out, the online dating culture was such a taboo thing where people would avoid mentioning that, and now it's such a normal thing. People hook up, people find other people get married from Tinder.
Yeah.
Isn't that fascinating?
It is like when something is out there, like the first people to accept it, they accept it, and then eventually everyone else will follow it. Like Uber, like people thought it was like crazy. Like why would I get in somebody's car? Like
A stranger's car, and now you're requesting that stranger to come pick you up.
now yesterday I freaking took an Uber. Like they're like trust no one, but yeah, I trust my stranger to give me a ride to school.
It's very strange.
Would you sleep in an Uber?
I've slept in an Uber.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I was very tired, but I wouldn't.
I would never sleep in an
intentionally
Uber.
sleep in an
Oh.
I would not sleep in an Uber. I'm always alert in an Uber.
My Uber driver once told me that if someone pukes in their car, they drop that person right on the sidewalk, and then they automatically charge that person $300.
$300.
Yeah, and
Is
then
that like an Uber policy?
yeah, that's an Uber policy. Like you go on the app and then you tell the app that the person has caused damage to my car, and then they just like give you $400, and then they deduct $400 from that person's account, and then the driver goes home, cleans their car, and goes to bed because they already made the amount of money they would make for that night anyway.
So does the charge goes to only the driver, not Uber as well?
Oh yeah. No, I mean Uber does take its percentage. Yeah, but isn't that fascinating though? Like you can just like the person just has to puke in your car for you to like, okay, I'm
Like,
good for the night.
hey, you want some alcohol?
Do you guys use Uber often?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I used to use Lyft, but then
It's too expensive.
I used to like evangelize for Lyft because it was much cheaper.
Yeah.
And then what happened?
Uber became all of a sudden way cheaper.
So much cheaper.
But the thing, do you guys talk to your drivers?
Sometimes, yeah.
Sometimes.
The thing is, I've only traveled in like 5 Ubers or something, and I've talked to all of my drivers, and they've told me that they hate working for Uber because
Same.
Uber tricks them to go, because we have that app, right? And on the app, there's a heat map for where some areas don't have enough people, so you should go there, or some areas it's rush hour right now, so you should go there. But when those people go there, there's no request because Uber is just trying to disperse every driver across the city. So then Uber is just manipulating them, and then they let's say they drop some person at the airport, right? So they travel to the airport, they make like $50, and then they have to come back
Without a rider.
Yeah, without a ride. So they have to pay for fuel, they have to travel the whole distance without any person, and it just takes more money, and most of the time they just break even. They don't make a profit.
Right.
Would you Uber? Would you be an Uber driver?
No.
Of course not.
Of course not.
I mean,
a lot
maybe-
of people depend on it though.
I think like Uber is good for like a short term job, maybe like not more than 2 months. But as soon as you start going a long term, you're gonna lose money. Like not only do you have to like take into account like car repairs.
You have to take into account seasons,
Huh?
seasonal changes.
Mhm.
How are
Exactly.
you gonna account for those costs?
Yeah.
Do you know how many people pay for college using Uber and Lyft though?
I mean,
Because my second driver, he was paying for nursing school, like doing pre-med, using Uber. I was just blown away. I was like, how much money do you make? I was like, oh, enough.
It depends on, I guess, it
Yeah,
depends on
I
how
think-
long you drive.
I don't understand how they make so much money.
I guess you have to strategize how you drive. You have to strategize where you are. You have to know the locations. You have to know where's rush hour, where you can get the most amount of people, stuff like that. And you have to also reject some rides,
You
like
have
for
to-
example,
you have to
airport
know
rides.
The algorithm.
Yeah,
You
that
have to
too.
know the
Actually,
algorithm.
I've known some Uber drivers that have 2 phones, one for Uber, one for Lyft. Have you seen those?
Yeah, like they have the 2 stickers too.
Yeah.
Is that allowed in their policy or something?
I mean,
I mean,
I don't see what's stopping them.
Yeah.
But as let's say Uber and Lyft didn't exist, right? You would use the regular taxi service.
No. I never use a taxi.
No,
I
no,
just
no.
take a bus.
I mean, let's say
Like-
there's just the regular taxi service, right?
Okay.
You wouldn't be able to work for 2 companies at the same time using the same car, right?
No.
Of course not. Yeah.
Well,
But then,
I mean,
taxi is not your personal car.
Right.
yeah, it's a company car,
It's a
right?
company car.
Interesting. And also, Uber and Lyft, they are not taxi services, but technology companies. So that's why they get into all those countries
Yeah.
without paying the taxi tax, and that's why they get so many taxi drivers rioting across the world because Uber and Lyft are taking away their jobs.
Yeah, my uncle was a taxi driver,
And
and he lost his job.
where?
Really?
Yeah.
Where was
In
he?
Chicago.
In Chicago, really.
Yeah. Now he
Tell us about that.
Drives a truck. Cause then,
Now he drives a truck.
yeah.
Oh, for,
Wait,
for who?
I don't know.
You better watch out for it.
But then Tesla's
Tesla,
about
yeah.
to make automatic trucks
Electric car.
to deliver cargo. So I'm like,
Your uncle is not aging well.
oh man,
Technology is just taking
It's
over.
just-
Someone to make a nap.
And it's people like you, like people going to
Dang.
engineering school, like changing the world. It's people.
This
It's not my fault. It's not my fault.
I mean,
is your type of people.
if you look at it though, it's your fault. I'm just saying.
Technically,
Yeah, it's yeah, James. As soon as Uber rolls out self-driving cars,
Mhm.
dude, everyone's fucked. Like all the taxi drivers.
Oh yeah, definitely. Like I know for a fact that truckers are the most popular job in the United States right now.
Truckers?
And yeah, truckers, people that drive cross country
It's the
with
most
trucks.
popular job?
Yeah,
It's very well paid.
very well paid too because you're driving for days on the road and you shit in your pants literally. Yeah,
You can't stop.
Like you gotta meet.
You can stop, but those guys, they have a time limit to deliver the packages and shit, and they get paid on depending on the time. And I know some guy on Reddit, but he took a picture of his shit stains in his boxes, and then he uploaded, and then he put a caption that was the grind. And the grind was him shitting his pants so that he could deliver the thing in time so that he could get paid.
How much do you get paid?
I don't know, but it must be a lot, yeah, definitely, for people to take it that seriously. Plus, if you're trying to pay the bills, the hustle means nothing, right? I mean, don't you work close to 20 hours a week while taking 18 credit hours?
Me?
Yeah. How many credit hours do you take per week?
16.
16. While you work, how many hours?
I try to work 20, but I don't reach 20. Usually like 15.
Isn't that a lot still?
Yeah, so
Exactly.
for any organization.
And yeah, exactly. And that's the hustle, right?
Mm-hmm.
How do you feel about marathons? Have you ever run a marathon?
I am out of shape.
I see that.
I can't run marathons.
How about you?
I would want to run a marathon, but I am out of shape. Like I used to do cross country.
Cross country?
track.
How many miles is that? How many kilometers, miles? What
Cross
you-
country in middle school is, if I remember correctly, 2 miles.
Oh, that's it?
Yeah, but cross country in high school is like 3 miles,
What?
3 point something miles.
What?
How's that cross country? Isn't cross country actually supposed to be crossing a country?
Oh yeah.
I mean-
I feel like cross country depends.
But in college it's like 7 miles. But like, it's not a marathon. Like you have to run pretty fast.
And also, it's not flatland.
It's
like,
not flat. It's not a track. It's like on a field.
Oh.
You have to run pretty fast.
What's your time? What's your best time?
I don't know my middle school time, but like I think like in my best time, I only did cross country like one time in high school because I hated it. I like 3 miles. It was like a 17 something. Forgot 17:30.
Were you competing like as an athlete or just intramural? As an athlete?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I did track more though.
Did they put you in track especially because you're African? I'm joking.
Yeah.
I
Used to come like Mofera, but this one, you know Mofera?
yeah, Mofara. He is
I forgot where he's from.
he's a marathon runner. He's from an African country, maybe
Yeah,
Ethiopia or
He
something.
used to be my role model.
Oh really?
Is it like the guy that's always winning every year?
Yeah,
I think
yeah.
it's from Kenya.
I think he just won the Chicago Marathon too.
Yeah, I think
Okay.
he's Kenya.
Yeah, he runs every international marathon.
Every engagement.
I think so. Yeah, all
he
the
get
major
paid?
ones like the New York. Yeah, by Nike. He's endorsed by Nike. Yeah, so I ran a half marathon in Mauritius. That was
13 miles.
yeah, 12 miles or something. It by the end of it, I felt like my legs, my knees, and my thigh muscles were just coming along together. We're just blending in together, and I was about to fall by the finish line. But I finished it. I finished it in 2 hours and 15 minutes. That's a lot.
2 hours and 15 minutes for a half marathon.
Exactly.
Did you walk?
Exactly. When I return home, I have a cousin that's always running cross country and shit. He's really good, and he was like, "Did you crawl or something? Because I'm not sure how can someone do a half marathon." I was like, "Dude, I trained for
Did you
3
train?
months. Yeah, 3 months.
You trained? You stayed there 2 hours and 15 minutes?
Yeah, okay.
What did your training consist of? Eating chips?
No, I was like, no. The thing is, I didn't look after my diet because I was like, well, if I'm running 1.5 hours every evening after school, I must eat a lot, right? Because you're burning fat, you wanna recover. So then I was eating a lot, which wasn't good. I shouldn't have done that. Plus, I have flat foot.
So you were just running 1.5 miles, that's it. We going up 1.5 hours. If we going on miles, like I have to do like 5 miles in 1.5 hours or something.
Oh, did I put a
Like you put a
distance?
kiss, or were you just running just a jog at
Some days I would put a time goal. Some days I would put a distance goal.
Mm.
Which sucks for a training method because you have to either focus on something or the other.
No, like you have to focus on both your endurance and your speed. Like
Oh, really?
you do like any speed workouts,
No, I was just running.
just like long distance.
Yeah.
Yeah, you need to focus on your speed too. You need to get those fast switch.
Because the thing is, I just saw a YouTuber. His name is Casey Neistat. Do you know Casey Neistat?
Of course.
Do you know Casey Neistat?
No.
Of course you don't.
Why?
Only one of the greatest content creators.
Yeah, he's a great content creator, and he was always running. And I just discovered his channel, and when I looked at him, I was like, running must be awesome if you're doing it that much.
He does it, I think, every day.
Yeah.
Wherever he is.
Yeah. So I just started running. So I was like, sure, I'm gonna do it because it seems awesome. And then I just signed up for a marathon after watching 3 videos of it. Biggest mistake of my life.
Like, yeah, just do it.
But then I've heard that like you get to a point as a runner, you get euphoric. You reach a stage that is
Or
just
burnout.
amazing.
Oh, really?
What?
Oh, yeah. You get the high, right?
Yeah, you get the runner's
Yeah.
high. You never.
Oh,
had that?
runner's high. Yeah.
Do you used to get that?
Yeah. Especially when I listen to music.
Oh, really?
Yeah, my Chief Keef. Yeah, he used to hype me up all the time.
Damn.
I used to remember like my pack that they hit it like.
Do you guys want to do a marathon for next year? Like the Chicago Marathon?
I mean, I
Why
would do a
not?
marathon, but
Why not?
Why not?
I'm going to take your word for it. You're on record right now, so can't back off.
Why
can't
not?
back out.
I would have to train though. Like I'm really out of shape.
Yeah, me too. I'm so out of shape. I've been eating pizzas all week.
Yeah,
I haven't been working out either because of my exams. So like,
it's so hard to keep healthy. Like in college, like,
especially when you're stressed out, you just want to eat.
yeah, especially if
Priorities, man.
Yeah, I've had 2 dark Kit Kats yesterday night. So good. King size also.
you feel guilty.
No, because it's so good.
Kit Kat. is so good.
I would cry myself to sleep.
No, but I was just so tired. I was like, I need a Kit Kat right now just to get motivation to keep
To keep
studying.
going, studying.
Studying. Yeah.
I bought this thing called Awake Chocolate from Hackathons.
Oh yeah, you have it. This
Yeah.
actually work.
Yeah, it works.
What's that?
A little bit too well. It's just caffeinated chocolate,
Caffeinated chocolate?
and it tastes so good.
Where do you get
It does
that from?
taste good.
I ordered them from the website.
What's the website called?
AwakeChocolate.com.
Okay, this podcast is sponsored by whitechocolate.com.
Awake chocolate.
No, it's
Wait, what?
Awake.
Awake
Awake-
chocolate?
awake
Oh,
White
interesting.
chocolate.
I was like, white chocolate, huh? That's why I
Yeah.
was asking, where does the caffeine come from?
distributed at hackathons because you need to be awake for
Oh.
36 hours to code.
Yeah.
How much does it cost, though?
I think it's
This-
$1 for 1 bar.
The bars are small as fuck. They're like this small.
No,
But-
those are the bites. There's the bar.
Oh, the actual bars.
Yeah, they
But
have a bar.
but does it boost you? Like,
Yeah.
does it give you a real kick?
like you don't sleep.
The thing is, with caffeine, when I drink caffeine, I feel like my joints, they just,
They twitch. Mine.
yeah, they twitch, and I feel like I'm getting hysteric because I just get stressed out. One thing that happened to me in Mauritius, I'm from Mauritius, by the way. I drank coffee, and I went out with my friends. I felt like I needed to run, like to sprint, because my heart was
It was
just
just
pumping.
Yeah.
I hate that feeling,
It's terrible because
but I love coffee.
I don't. It tastes terrible.
Oh,
Black
really?
coffee?
Yeah, I love coffee.
You drink it black?
Black,
Oh, wow.
latte,
I hate black coffee.
any type of coffee. you
I can
want.
only drink coffee if it's given through frappuccinos.
Frappuccinos. Oh, like you need the milk and you
Yeah.
need. Oh, yeah, that too. But
Yeah.
if I need a boost, I'll get my black coffee and then I'll start twitching. I hate that though.
Yeah. Too much caffeine just makes. my
That's the
body-
worst feeling. Like you're tired, but you can't sleep.
You can't sleep.
You just can't sleep.
Like you can't sleep. It doesn't necessarily give you a boost. It just keeps you awake.
Yeah, like but you're so tired, you just can't sleep. Like that happened to me, like last year.
Yeah.
Man.
I won't blame you. You just.
How
your
much
body
coffee
gets-
have you consumed since you've joined IT? You're a sophomore, right?
Yeah.
How much coffee have you consumed?
0.
Damn. How about you?
What?
How much coffee have you consumed since you've started college?
From like Starbucks?
No. Any kind of coffee. Like people say that when you go to college, you drink a lot of coffee.
I don't drink like an excessive amount of coffee. I probably drink like, if I have to estimate, like 1 cup of coffee every month.
Every month. I've not had a single.
And that's only when I'm like bored.
Does this include like caffeinated stuff? It's always just coffee.
Just coffee, yeah. You
Yeah.
What
like
about
you,
Red Bull and stuff?
Yeah, no.
like what?
What about Red Bull? And like
Oh,
stuff
yeah,
like-
yeah.
Does that count?
Yeah.
Oh, it does?
Then
Oh,
Sure.
in that case.
Yeah, I mean, I was just trying to get a consensus of how much energy drinks you've had just to be able to stay awake, stay all night,
energy
pull all
drinks,
nighters.
probably over 10. Usually Mountain Dew, I take.
That's it.
Yeah, over 10.
Really?
That's
I
not a
usually
lot.
only take them during
Finals?
midterms or finals.
Oh, how about you?
Well, last spring, I used to take it all the time with Tony. Like,
Yeah.
Now's drinks.
Uh huh.
But I haven't taken any this year. I don't think they work for me. The only thing that really worked for me so far was like Red Bull. Not Red Bull, 5 Hour Energy. But the rest never really works. I still go to sleep.
Let's talk
Yeah.
about Tony. Can we talk about Tony? You think he would allow us to?
Or you want to talk about 24? I don't want to say his business.
Sure,
out
sure.
there, you know
All
what I
right, never mind then.
mean? Yeah.
I love you, bro.
I had a thing.
He's Italian.
Yeah, you know about my iPro, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm taking an iPro called Entrepreneurship. So in that iPro, we just try to build a conceptual business. And the people that join the iPro, we basically want to learn stuff about techniques, concepts, and stuff. And you know what the people I love, by the way, the people in my iPro, Giovanni, Julian and stuff. I love you guys, but they told me that the iPro, the reason why we joined the iPro was to know how to make money, and so far we haven't learned shit. And I've learned so many things that I'm actually learning on to apply on SeekNow right now, and we don't see anything valuable from that class.
Really? That class was really, really valuable to me.
Yeah.
I took that class too.
And a lot of people I know, they say that when you go to school, you learn a lot of theoretical things. You don't learn how to make money. You don't learn how to do your taxes.
Not a lot of practice.
Isn't that called spoon feeding though?
Is that what?
spoon?
Isn't that spoon feeding?
What do you mean?
Like if you want school to teach you how to do your taxes, if you want school to teach you how to make money directly instead of teaching you engineering and stuff, like they're teaching you engineering so that you'll get a job later on, and then you actually.
Okay, I think it depends on school we're talking about here. Like high school, I think should definitely teach you how to at least make a living.
Yeah, high school.
But
for
like
sure.
college, of course, like should teach you engineering, like or whatever you want to do in your life. But high school should be like, it should teach you how to make taxes, how to make like a living, even when you're on the streets. So there won't be so many homeless people on the street.
Very true.
But
how to
last,
hustle.
remember last week we were talking about the iPro, and I was telling you about the MVP and all that stuff, how to conceptualize your business, how to think about ideas and stuff. And we didn't see that as valuable. We didn't see that as, if we were to start a new business, we wouldn't see that as valuable.
I guess they're looking for
The thing,
quick and easy way.
one of the things that the guy told me was, how am I going to go about to meet manufacturers? I was like, if you want to meet manufacturers, just go meet manufacturers.
Manufacturers.
Right. Why do you need to get just gotta grind? But like I feel like you're finding more value in this because you're actually like implementing this stuff.
Yeah, but at
Right.
the same time, I think that do you really have to have that entrepreneurship blood in you to see value in everything, or do you have to do you?
Wait, do you see value in everything?
I don't see value in everything, but
Right.
in that class, a lot of things are very valuable.
But do you see value in one of your engineering classes?
Never, no.
I'm pretty sure those same people might see value in them.
Oh,
You know what I
it's
mean?
a different brain
It's
set.
a
there.
different, it's a mindset.
You know what happened? In my resume, I removed all of my engineering courses because in your resume, you're supposed to put relevant courses, right? I removed all of engineering ones. I put all my business ones because I don't want to go work as an engineer later on. I want to, if I were to work or do an internship, I would love to do an internship in something business
Wait,
related.
why do you even have courses on your resume?
What do you mean?
Relevant courses.
You have courses on your resume? I
Yeah,
don't.
when you go to career services, have
They
you
usually
have you
tell
been
you to-
have you been to career services?
My freshman year.
Well, when you submit your resume, they're gonna give you a few tips on what to include, and
I
usually
submitted my resume like 2 weeks ago, and I don't have any. They approved it. I don't have any like courses. I just have like projects and like different stuff.
You know what? This year, I think they're more lenient because the guy that was running it before, who was Gerald Doyle, who was the vice provost of a school, he was also running career services, and he was very much focusing on people's resumes. So when I was submitting mine, it was getting rejected all the time because the wording wasn't right, the format wasn't right, the content wasn't right, the relevant courses weren't right. So if you submitted yours without the relevant courses, maybe we don't give a shit anymore because it's just changed administration.
Resumes.
Do you like resumes? Do you like to? Have you ever worked before?
I've never worked before.
Oh.
But
You never worked before?
I've never worked
Ever?
a day
Anywhere?
in my life. Ever.
Damn, boy, what the?
Damn, how old are you?
18.
Like, not even like a 16 job.
No.
Look at this guy.
18 years old. Holy shit! You've never worked before. When I was 18, I was making videos for a company in Mauritius. Remember?
Was that your first job?
That was my first job. Yeah.
My first job was being a Chick-fil-A mascot.
Holy shit! Really?
Yeah,
Tell us
Wait.
about that.
It was funny.
Wait, what do Chick-fil-A mascots do? I've never seen a Chick-fil-A mascot. I've only been to Chick-fil-A in airports.
They're like the Chick-fil-A mascot's like a cow. Right? I'm just supposed to entertain people. And, like,
Oh, just
get
like
people
with the
to come in.
signs? You flip the signs?
There's times where I'll be outside and like hold the signs and like dance and shit.
Was it during winter in Chicago?
No. When it was really cold, I would stay inside and like walk around inside. And when it was like okay, I might go outside. I know it was cool because I had like the freedom to do anything. I could go outside, I could run, and I could like scare people. It was a really cool job.
How much money were you making?
Minimum wage?
I'm making like $20 an hour,
How long did
but
you
I only worked like 2 hours a day.
Ah.
No,
It was a part-time thing.
yeah, it was a part time because I was going to school. It was like high school.
Oh, really?
Yes, I was making like $40 a weekend.
$40 a weekend.
Not bad.
That's not bad at all. I mean, for a
Either
first job.
$40 a weekend or $20 a weekend. I can't exactly remember.
You know how much I made? How much I made making videos for a company? It was a huge company. We were charging people $2,000 just to write their SAT essays.
How much did you make?
They paid me. I worked for them for 6 months. They paid,
Wait, the company wrote your SAT essays?
It's a complex company. I'll explain. I'll explain that later. They were kind of a scam thing, but but basically, I didn't like. You wouldn't know they were a scam until you met the CEO, and then the CEO would be kind of fishy when you talk to him. He'd be very motivational in talking about you getting a scholarship, but then you'd be so convinced about getting the scholarship to come to the United States, but you'd be like, okay, I'm gonna pay you whatever you want. And then I was like, oh, okay, well, it's $2,000 for me to write your essays and for me to help you come to the USA. I'm like, holy shit.
911. We got him.
And you worked for them? Shame.
He paid me $50 for 6 months.
6 months.
Why would you do that?
I made around 30 videos for them.
Oh my God.
Oh my God.
You were duped.
But in Mauritius, $50 is a lot of money.
Really?
How much are we talking?
That's
How much are we talking?
Like
Talking $50 by
like strip club money?
like it would be like around 150 here. Like if you got paid $150 in
for
Chicago.
6 months? It's not good.
Yeah, it's not good, but it's still money, bro. And it was my first job. I didn't know I was supposed to get paid even. I was just doing it for fun. And then we were like, oh, okay, you know what? The company is not doing good right now, but still, we really appreciate because
Not doing good, doing horrible.
because of your videos, we are getting too many clients now. So yeah, they went from getting like a few hundreds of people to having 30,000 views on Facebook and hundreds of students just coming in because of the videos. And we were like,
Bro, why did you not freaking like take their money?
No, the thing is, I was too close to the CEO, the scam artist. I was too close to him.
Oh, you're his friend?
I was kind of his friend, yeah, because I went to the company too. I went there as a student. I went there as a client.
They helped you?
Helped. I could have done it by myself, but you know what? Some things, they're just meant to be like it is. And
You should probably bleep all this out.
I was meant to be here with you guys right now.
From
On
the
this
jail
pod-
cell. What?
This is bleep. This is like
You can edit this, right?
let's step
Or
it.
it's just live.
This doesn't live people. There's one person.
It's live, but I'm gonna post it on Facebook anyway. I doubt that the person's gonna see it because I removed him from Facebook. But if he sees it, hi. Also, I met a guy there that's when I realized what an entrepreneur is. His name was Ishant Ayadasan. Do you catch that name? His name was Ishant, okay? And yeah. And we went to the same high school, but he was 1 year older than me. But after high school, he took a gap year. So that's when I met him at the company, right? The guy, he would come into the office like, hey guys, I have a new idea. I want to start selling stuff and make money. I was like, why? It was like, yeah, I'm going to start selling stuff and making money so that I could get into Stanford School of Business. I was like, I don't know if you're going to get in with that. I was so skeptical of him. And then I was like, okay, I'm going to start selling pots of plants. I'm going to start selling honey, like natural made honey. And then I'm going to show you how much money I can make from that. Guess how much money he made from selling plants and selling honey?
A couple
$100,000? No. So no,
I was being optimistic.
that's a bit too much. But
I was being optimistic.
he made around $10,000 just selling plants, and he made around the same amount of money selling honey.
Did he get into the school, Harvard?
He didn't. And he was blaming the company. He's the first person to call out the company for being scam artists because he paid so much money and he didn't get into Stanford. So he was blaming them. But at the same time, he was such a genius to be able to sell plants and honey and make that much money. I was so impressed by that. His hustle was amazing. I mean, he was the same age as us, like just 1 year older. And he knew how to talk on the phone with adults, being like, yeah, so I have plants and I have all this shit and I know that you want this, so how about we make a deal? Oh, you want this for $100? How about I sell this to you for like 110, and then you can, and the rest of the $10 would go to charity or something. He knew how to use language. He knew how to deal with people. Some people are just so good at just talking and arguing on air, on the phone and shit.
Yeah.
Do you feel like you're a confrontational person?
I don't think I'm good at wording.
You don't think you're
Like
good at
it's-
selling?
I don't think I'm too good at selling. Like,
Would you say you're not good at selling if you were to be put on
But then-
point in front of a person, or like if you were given a whole month to think about it, you'll still fail?
I mean, of course, if it was, I mean, I never really tried selling anything, so you know what I mean. I wouldn't really know. But have you guys heard of the book How to Make Friends and Influence People
I think
by Dale
you've told-
Carnegie?
You've told me about that.
Yeah, he talked about some points on like how to basically get people to think your way, and
Yeah.
like if you're not good at those things, like you could, like basically tips and like how to sell, and like how to influence people, like the title says, and how to like get people to think your way.
Have you read the book?
I read like 80% of it.
What did you learn from it?
Well, I learned that like people, the most thing that people value, at least what you get from if you get anything from the book, is that the most thing people value is appreciation.
Appreciation of what?
You showing them appreciation of them. Like,
So you have to. What?
I heard that from Gary Vee. Do you know Gary Vee?
Gary Vaynerchuk? Yeah. He's
So, like-
he's a role model, man.
Yeah.
Like he's so good. I showed a video of him to Prince. He thought he was a scam artist.
Oh yeah, no, he's legit.
He's legit. Yeah.
I still think he's kind of a scam artist. But
You should watch his video. When you actually learn stuff from people, then you wonder whether they're real scam artists. And
Yeah.
I've learned so many things from him. I'm like, dude, this guy is legit.
Gary Vee is no bullshit.
Yeah.
Really?
He'll tell you what it is.
Yeah.
If you suck, you suck. He's gonna tell it in your face.
Anyway, what you were saying about Dale Carnegie?
Oh, was it Dale Carnegie or Andrew Carnegie? I think it was Dale Carnegie. But like, was it Andrew Carnegie?
I don't know. Maybe it's the same person. Who knows?
No, he's the Dale Carnegie. I forgot his name. I read that book like.
Yeah, just
But basically, he was saying how like, you know, like your friends, for example.
that's Dale. Yeah.
Oh, it's Dale Carnegie. Okay. For like your friends, for example, like you can hang out with them and like you can do all these things, but like you don't give them what they crave most.
Yeah.
Which is like, you showing them you appreciate them, like that they matter, right? That they matter to you, like in the world. And like if you could get if you could like your customers, if you could put that sense to your customers, like they matter to you, you got them. Like Apple shows their customers that they matter.
How?
User friendliness.
But that's making your product better. Is that giving your customer attention?
Yeah, because like
or you giving
they do everything just so customers could be like they won't have any trouble.
Okay,
right?
Because I was thinking more, because I just saw a post on Reddit where someone paid like $900 to repair the iPhone at the Genius Bar at an Apple store when they went down to some random guy who has a phone repair shop, and they paid $40, got it repaired, got the phone back.
Yeah.
For the same issue. So I was like,
Apple is a business.
Apple is a business, but at the same time, I get your point, because they are really customer focused. Everything is designed around the customer, how they behave. They look at every detail, the details that Google tends to overlook. But
true.
other huge Android companies, they tend to overlook.
Like they put the customers first, basically.
Yeah.
That's how they show appreciation.
That's what I love.
I guess they do it in such an indirect way that people don't understand where the genius is from until they use the product. Like, holy shit, the MacBook is the best laptop I've ever used. But I never used a MacBook before I bought mine. I just bought mine because I saw everyone editing videos and editing pictures and shit on their MacBook, so I just bought one. Best experience I've had, hands down. Best laptop I've ever used. I hate using Windows now. I hate it. The only thing I miss from Windows is being able to snap the windows to like doing half
You can do that here.
Yeah, I think you have to download something.
No, watch. Byron showed me. You can literally just click on it.
Oh, yeah. But then you cannot put more apps. You cannot put more.
Oh, okay.
That's my issue. Like, both of them are
You can put like 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. But it's so easy to switch between desktops.
Yeah, that's amazing. Yeah, I love that. I have one last point before we sign off. I am subscribed to a subreddit called Applying to College. Are you on Reddit? Do you use Reddit often? Love Reddit?
I love Reddit, yeah.
How about you?
I'm not on Reddit. I'm on Reddit, but I don't go on it.
I love Reddit.
Yeah.
Reddit is like, I love Reddit and Twitter because I love conversations, I love discussions, I love stuff like that. And there's this one subreddit called Applying to College where most of the people on that subreddit were high school people. And I usually go there just to see how high school people behave while they're applying to college, because I feel like my application to college was very weak. That's why I love to see how other people they act when they're applying to college. And one of them, she was very disappointed that people from another school, they were cheating on their SATs and ACTs. How do you feel about that? Do you feel that when someone is cheating on their SATs or ACTs, they're taking their opportunity from you to apply to the same colleges?
Certainly.
Really?
Yeah.
That's where I disagreed with a person, and I got so many downvotes from college people, from high school people.
I mean, certainly, because I feel like, let's say you don't have the requirements to go to a certain school. Like, a certain school wants a 33.
Sure.
But based on what you know, based on how you think, you can get a 26. But you're cheated and you got a 33. Now you go to that school and you're struggling.
Mm-hmm.
You're struggling. Maybe 3 years in, you're like, no, I can't do this. This is too tough. I'm going to drop out. But that person that could get in, you took their seat.
How do you take the seat, though? That's my point. I don't care about...
Yeah, who knows?
Because my thing is that... No, wait, what do you think about this first? I want to hear your opinion first.
I don't know. I kind of agree with you, but at the same time, like, I feel like if you're able to pull that off, if you're able to pull, like, cheating, you must be, like, some type of genius. And, shit, you deserve a grade, I guess. And also, I mean, you're a score. But then again, I also kind of disagree with you because I don't think, like, standardized tests really measure your ability to do well in college.
No, but let's just remove that. Do you think that when someone else is cheating, they're taking away your opportunities?
No.
Because what I answered to him was that let me read what I replied to the person, because I had a strong opinion, because I think that colleges, when they're when we are taking students, we have a certain threshold to begin with. So if you don't meet that threshold, but other person isn't taking your opportunity, you're already out of the game right from the get-go. So you didn't have the opportunity, so no one's taking something that you never had to begin with. And and I got so many downvotes for that. And I was like, what's up with high school people? They just like to disagree, or they just don't like the reality of it?
I guess it's just that I guess the support of cheating.
So I told them, so I said, although it seems as such, college applications work differently. Unless the person that posted the thing about the cheating thing came in a tight spot against the cheater in the application process, colleges wouldn't compare the cheater with that person. The only reason why colleges reject you is not because someone was better than you. It's only because you're not good enough. I know it's kind of a harsh language, but college applications are not very black and white. Some colleges sometimes choose based on diversity, others choose upon what you bring on the table other than a high GPA and SAT/ACT scores. The first stages of college applications is filtering based on scores. So they check every application one by one and remove everything under a certain threshold. That's the only part where your score matters. And from the application process, and they are not comparing anyone to their peers. They are only removing you from the application process because your score didn't meet their threshold. And
No, I guess not even a score, just other stuff, like experiences and.
yeah, but you cannot cheat on the other things. You can only cheat on your score, right? I mean, you can falsify your application. You can falsify by saying you're the best soccer athlete in Ghana. You can say like you were the best tennis player in Benin and shit when there's no tennis courts in Benin to begin with.
That's bogus.
But I mean, that's ridiculous for high school people to think like that. What do you think? Because why would you care if someone's cheating? Just mind your own business. Focus on your own craft. That's my thing. Why would I care if Prince is cheating on his exams? Good for you if you're cheating. You know, one of my high school friends told me that cheaters were brighter than people that actually study. Because to be able to cheat, you have to have a special skill. And I really respect that skill because I never had it. And my friends who were cheating, I was like, dude, you're a genius. I had a friend who would bring 3 phones and who would have his whole leg tatted up with notes while going to exams. And he would do so well. I was so proud of him. I was so proud of him because he wasn't studying at all. And I love that. I love people that know how to make their way around stuff that they don't care about.
You gotta do what you gotta do.
Exactly. You have to do what you gotta do.
Yeah.
I agree, but somehow don't agree. It's just kind of mixed feelings.
Do you cheat right now?
No.
Oh, you don't want to put yourself on record?
It's like, it's hard. It's very stressful.
It's hard to cheat.
It's hard to cheat.
Oh, you don't like the mental pressure?
I don't like the pressure. I don't like the idea of being caught.
So the mental pressure of failing an exam is lower than the mental pressure of getting caught in an exam cheating for you.
Definitely, because if I'm caught, I'm not going to take another exam again.
Why?
I'm out of the school.
Oh, that's what they do?
Yeah,
But
they
know.
kick you out immediately.
But I
I know.
know people that
like-
are caught cheating. There's still-
I know only one professor in ECE that does that.
Nah, it's usually in every syllabus I've read.
They kick out of school.
Like they
They tell the dean and stuff, but you don't.
They give you
I think,
F for the class or something.
yeah, they give
Yeah.
you. Yeah, but you don't get kicked out of school.
Well, some you do. Like
That's
Yeah.
harsh.
That's
Get
kind of
kicked out of
harsh.
school.
yeah, you can definitely get kicked out for cheating.
What do you think about cheating, Prince?
Do I cheat? Or is
Does
that-
James cheat?
Does James cheat? I don't think James would like to answer that on
air?
on air.
Yeah, but he's not here. Who's
Huh?
James anyway? I'm joking.
Is James?
Yeah.
James.
Yeah, no, I really advocate for cheating. No, I'm not joking. I'm not saying
I'm really advocating for.
No,
cheating.
I'm just saying that if you feel like you're not doing something that you like, for example, I'm in engineering school, but I hate engineering. However, I'm doing engineering management, so half of my classes are business, half are engineering, and I don't really care about my engineering classes. So I'm not saying I cheat, but I'm saying that if I had to just get over with that class, I would cheat.
I think if you're cheating, you're able to pull it off. You're able to pull it off
Mm-hmm.
without like getting caught.
Yeah.
I think you deserve it.
Yeah, exactly. You deserve it. Definitely, you deserve it.
Like especially something like the ACT.
Mhm.
If you're able to like, I don't know how you would ever do that.
I think that in the US, we are very strict about monitoring you for the SATs and
yeah,
SATs.
because like the ones I went to, like you have to show your ID, you have to do everything.
In Mauritius,
you're walking around.
In
I don't know
Mauritius,
how you. Would
in
check.
Mauritius, the person that would be monitoring you would be sleeping while you were
Really?
taking the exam. Yeah. So when you would be taking subject tests, they tell you to not go back, right? And some people would just be doing chemistry and then physics and then math, like doing 3 subject tests during.
You can't go back.
Yeah, like they give you a
Or when you
booklet.
finish, you can't go back.
Yeah, they give you a booklet with all the subject tests in there.
Yeah.
And then you have 2 hours, for example, and during 1 hour you're supposed to do only math, and during the other hour you're supposed to do only physics.
Yeah.
And you cannot go back and forth between subjects. During 1 hour you're supposed to focus on physics. During 1 hour you're supposed to focus on math. So some people would just go back and look over with the answers, or during the break they would go to talk to their friends to get answers and then come back, do it right. It was so lenient. Some people, if they went to Ivy League schools now, are really proud of them. Really, really proud that they managed to go to schools that they don't deserve to. A round of applause to them.
Well, that's a wrap.
Yeah, that's a wrap. I hope that you enjoyed this episode of a podcast. My name is Sid.
I'm Prince.
I'm David.
James.
David was our guest for today, an unexpected guest,
Impromptu guest.
but an awesome guest nonetheless. It was nice to meet you. It was my first time meeting you, actually.
Yeah. Nice
Dope.
to meet you, man.
I hope that the podcast is available on Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts. Is it Apple Podcasts or Apple Music? iTunes, Spotify, wherever. Just look for a podcast. A podcast is spelled in inverted commas, and I hope that you download the app once it comes out.
By Flower Dog. I mean, the podcast, like, because people try looking at a podcast on Spotify and then it come up. I think when you put Flower Dog, it comes up.
Oh, right. So just type Flower Dog, FLOWERDOG, and then, yeah, just enjoy, share it with your friends.
A podcast.
Also, we got a few listens. I'm actually proud of it.
There's a lot of people that came up to me and like, I like the podcast.
Oh, really? Who?
Like Wafai, Yossi.
Oh, awesome. Dope. I'm going to put some posters on campus so that people actually know. If you're at Illinois Tech, share it with your friends. And if you want to make fun of us, do it. It just helps us.
If you want to come and talk with us, let us know too. Cause
Yeah, if you want to talk to us, just if you want to be a guest on the podcast, just hit us up. Seriously.
if you have some views that you want to talk about, express yourself. Just hit
That'd
us
be
up.
awesome. I'm actually looking to
I want to hear other people's.
Yeah, and I want to do a podcast with a few female engineers actually.
Oh yeah, that'll be interesting.
Yeah, I really want to know their perspective because the struggle of female engineers is real.
Yeah.
Especially in the school.
Yeah.
That'll be
Very
interesting
tough to
as well.
spot.
Let's get Iris next week.
She could have come today, but I was just like, this is too late, last minute to ask you anyway, because she doesn't have a shift today.
I mean, I don't mind. You just text, and it's not like I'll be like, no.
Yeah.
know what I mean?
We'll see you later. All right.
Yeah. All right.
Bye. Thank you.
Let's go study. How is it UI thing?
What? Wait, give me one minute. Let me put some music first.